What up, YouTube? Ladies and gentlemen, let me make sure that we got audio on deck. What's crack-a-lackin'? What an eventful day for today. Ladies and gentlemen, today is October 4th, 2023, and it's not just a day. It's a day marked by a monumentous event that has left the entire nation on edge. At 2:20 p.m. Eastern Time Zone, an emergency alert system known as the EAS message, accompanied by that distinctive tone, cut through the airwaves and appeared on screens, triggering a wave of emotions and concerns across the country. This event, this emergency broadcast alert, wasn't just another test. It was a stark reminder of our vulnerability and the unpredictable nature of the world we live in. In times like these, we can come together as a community, not just to discuss gaming updates or glitches, but to contemplate a larger issue that impacts us all. Tonight, we're not diving into the virtual streets of Los Santos, but rather we're diving into a different kind of chaos, the chaos of uncertainty and collective concerns. We want to hear what you have to say. We want to hear your thoughts, your experiences, and your questions about the emergency alert. What was your initial reaction? How did it make you feel? Are you prepared for the unforeseen events like these? This stream is a platform for dialogue and reflection, a moment to connect with others who, like you, received that unexpected message today. We may not have all the answers, but we can certainly share our thoughts and support each other as a community. And yes, we'll also talk about the upcoming GTA update tonight because life goes on and our gaming adventures continue. But tonight, let's remember that we're not just gamers. We're individuals united by a shared experiences, challenges, and a desire to understand the world around us. So let's embark on this unique journey together. Hit that like button to show your solidarity. Subscribe if you're new around here. And most importantly, activate that live chat because your voice matters. This isn't just a stream. It's an opportunity to connect, share, and find strength in the community. So thank you for joining us during this thought-provoking moment. And without further delay, let's dive into the different kind of chaos tonight. Let's dive into a different kind of chaos tonight. One that reminds us of the importance of coming together as people. That's right. Welcome to the stream, folks. Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening on this lovely October 4th. I am not a zombie, although my wife is turning into one right now. Those nanobots are self-assembling in her while she cooks the hamburgers we're going to be eating here in a little bit. Hopefully she doesn't bite my hand off or something. But either way, welcome to the stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. Guys, do me a favor. If you want to support the channel, hit the like button. To share means that you are going above and beyond. So to go above and beyond, share the stream. Keep in mind, we are streaming into 1080p 60 frames per second, so tap the screen in the upper right-hand corner as a settings cog. Click it, click quality, click advanced, and you can throw it back to the 1080 crispy 60. We do have an update tonight. Tonight is update every Wednesday night. Rockstar ushers out things such as the brand new podium, weekly theme, podium vehicle, luxury vehicles, Simeon showcase vehicles, the whole nine. So we definitely have an update coming as well. And some of you may turned on your consoles this morning and received an Xbox update. I know that some of them got them a couple days ago. I think they're regional. I think these invites are regional. What up, chat? I see the chat's in the building. Guys, I do not have the chat on the screen quite yet, but we are working on it in the background, so bear with me, guys. Do me a favor, smash the like button. Share the stream if you want to go above and beyond. And if you really, really want to go above and beyond, check out my description's blue members link. That's right. We are streaming in vertical format. It's dual platform tonight, guys. Those of you over there on Twitch, what's crack-a-lackin' on Twitch? I'm going to leave a link down below for you to come over here to YouTube where we have full face cam, the whole nine. So thank you guys for your follows over there on Twitch. We're working on almost 3K followers over there on Twitch. Here on YouTube, big shout out to the YouTube supporters. You guys are super awesome. Thank you very much. All right, let's get into today's topic. Wow. I was holding my phone when it happened. I was like, next thing you know, my hair stood straight up. I'm just joking. I want to hear what you guys thought. What are you guys' thoughts on today's events that took place? I got mine at 2:18. Some of you guys may have gotten the alert much earlier. Some of you guys may not even got it. I hear people put their phones in a microwave. Some people were wrapping them in foil. I got mine at 2:18 p.m. today. My TV did not go off. However, I was not on Spectrum. My ham radios were turned off. I didn't have them on. My PC was on. All of my consoles were on. Everything was normal. But my phone received it at 2:18. So that was kind of weird. I thought that was kind of weird. I want to hear what you guys think about it. When did it happen? When did it happen for you? And why did you why did you do what you did when you did it when it happened? So help me out with that. And then we need a chat straight down below. We need a chat straight down below. Information on today's event. If you guys are just now tuning in, Wednesday, October 4th at 2:20 Eastern Time Zone, it would be 11:20 a.m. PT time. Your cell phones, radios, or TVs will blare with a jarring electronic noise that signals a test of the National Emergency Alert System. This is a coordinated effort between the Federal Emergency Management Aid, aka FEMA, and the Federal Communications Commission, aka the FCC. This was a test. It could be postponed till the October 11th date. I don't know if it will, if it won't. There's several weather or other significant events according to the FEMA as well. The process involves two parts: a 30-minute signal sent to radios and televisions as a part of an EAS, which is Emergency Alert System, and a similar one sent to all consumer cell phones as a part of the WEA, which is the Weather Emergency Alert System. Federal law requires the systems to be tested at least once every 3 years. The last nationwide test was August 11th, 2021. Who remembers the last test? And I know we got GTA down there at the bottom, so we're going to clear that out real quick. What is this crap up here? We can just leave GTA. We need to get the chat up on deck. What up, chat? I see the chat's in the building. Messy said so's on deck. Tommy Yuhana, Viper Warrior. How we doing? We got Jeffrey L in the building. STV Mods is on deck. What's Crack-a-Lack Jags? 1, 2, 3. Kai Mike's in the building. Yo, Craig Fisher's on deck. How we doing, folks? Hargo Mods is in the building. Somebody says we're not. So let me read up in the chat. We are not going to be in a nuclear war. Relax. What's good? Sorry for the EWO. Somebody said we were going to be in a nuclear war. According to FEMA spokesperson Jeremy Edwards, the audio signal is used for the test utilizes the same combination of tones familiar to the Americans since 1963. I haven't been around since 1963. I've been around since 1979. So, but I did find that tone very familiar. John F. Kennedy, a former president, established the original emergency broadcast system through an executive order. It's also the same tone that more than 1,700 local, state, and territorial tribal authorities use to send similar alerts for more localized emergencies. Some of you may recognize that they sound similar to the Amber Alert, for lack of better words. Experts dismissed conspiracy theories about the test. Last month, a conspiracy theory about the health impacts of the test spread on social media. Stanley Perlman, a professor of microbiology and immunology at the University of Iowa in Iowa City, said that the claims appeared to be referring to old myths about the contents of COVID vaccines. These baseless conspiracy theories claim, without evidence, that the vaccines contain various metals or materials known as nanotubes and nanotechnologies. These frequencies that were put out today within certain circles believe that these nanotechnologies or these materials will self-assemble from the alert that went out. That's some fringe beliefs. Such as graphene, oxide, or other nanoparticles that can interact with wireless communication technology and allow governments to control and monitor people. Graphene oxide, a material made by oxidizing graphite, isn't an ingredient in COVID vaccines, so this thing says. Now, whether it is, whether it isn't, I'm not an expert. And before we get any further, let me just go ahead and state this to YouTube before they shadow ban or cut my stream off. This is for educational purposes, entertainment only. This is satire. So YouTube, if you hear me, we're talking about satire subjects, educational, entertainment only. So, but the graphene oxide is a material made by oxidizing graphite. According to this post or research, it isn't an ingredient in COVID vaccines, notes Matthew Lorenz. He's a pediatric infectious disease specialist with the Center for Vaccine Development and Global Health at the University of Maryland School of Medicine. Graphene oxide, he says, was used to study vaccine structure only, and it's not part of the vaccine formulation, he wrote in an email. Regardless, the notion that graphene oxide can be activated in this way is nonsense, wrote Julia Griever, a material science professor at the California Institute of Technology. Now, you kind of got to do your own research. You really kind of got to dig in there and do your own research. The actual nanoparticles in the vaccines, meanwhile, are lipids or fats that are generally used in coating material. They're sometimes described as programmable because they can be modified and adjusted depending on the need. Experts have said it does not mean they can be programmed to interact with wireless networks, but it didn't not mean that. So you got to read between the lines. So, guys, did you receive the alert today? What were you doing when it happened? Let me know down below. For those of you just now tuning in, show support by leaving me a big fat thumbs up on tonight's stream. To go above and beyond, share the stream out. It would help the channel reach others like you and I that like to talk about controversial topics and support the GTA game as a whole. So smash that like, subscribe if you're new around here. If you want to catch me in any future uploads, live streams, giveaways, controversial topics as such, smash that subscribe button with the post notifications turned on so you don't miss any more alerts. Alerts. It's pretty funny, ain't it? Speaking of alerts, I might have been in the attic of paint and spray. You were in the attic of a paint and spray? Somebody else says Gigi literally said Iowa City. That's where I grew up back in 2000s and moved. We don't know what's in the Fauci ouchies because they weren't required to discuss or disclose. Right. And that is correct. So I definitely resonate with that comment. HQ, how you doing tonight, brother? What is going on with the Rockstar games today? I don't know. I've got the game right here. It's on the dashboard. I have not turned it on yet. Let's get the chat up on the screen. So those of you who are tuning in that don't want to type, you guys can read everything up on the screen. So you don't have to have half the screen cut off. So let's go ahead and get that hooked up as we speak right now. So bear with me for a few seconds. So let me get the chat on screen so you guys are not missing any of the action down below. Chat's on screen down below. Do me a favor, if you're just now tuning in, hit that like button. But today, I'll let you know what I was doing when I received the EAS, the National Emergency Broadcast Alert. I was holding my phone in my hand, preparing for 2:20, and these sneaky bastards hit me at 2:18. I was like, bro, it's 2:18, 2 minutes early. How did that happen? I was like, whoa, I was going to put my phone in a Faraday cage. I was going to put it in a Faraday bag or the microwave. I might have even wrapped it up with foil or something, but I didn't get a chance. I was holding my phone. I was like, what? And boom, 2:18 came across my phone. Others are saying they got it at a different time. According to FEMA, they said it would last for 30 minutes. So Yeah, let's continue on here. I'm on the FEMA website right now. FEMA website. Beginning at approximately 2:20 p.m. Eastern Time Zone, cell towers will broadcast the test for approximately 30 minutes. During this time, the WEA, which is the Weather Emergency Alert System, compatible wireless phones that are switched on within range of active cell tower in its geographic area where the wireless provider participates in a WEA should be capable of receiving the text message or the test message. FEMA has right here on their website, released October 3rd, 2023, according to the Washington FEMA, in coordination with the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, will conduct a nationwide test on the October 4th, which will be a EAS, Emergency Alert System, and wireless emergency alert. So WEA doesn't stand for weather; it stands for wireless. I've been misquoting that for the last few minutes. So let me fix that. WEA stands for wireless emergency alerts. The national test will consist of two portions testing WEA and EAS capabilities. Both tests are scheduled to begin approximately 2:20 p.m. Eastern Time Zone on Wednesday, October 4th. The WEA portion of the test will be directed to consumer cell phones. This will be the third nationwide test, but the second test to all WEA-compatible cellular devices. The test message will display in either English or Spanish, depending on the language settings of your wireless handset, basically your phone. The EA portion of the test will be sent to radios and televisions. This will be the seventh nationwide EAS test. FEMA and the FCC are coordinating with the EAS participants, plus wireless providers and emergency managers and other stakeholders in preparation for the national test to minimize confusion and maximize the public safety value of the test. The purpose of the test is to ensure that the systems continue to be effective means of warning the public about emergencies, particularly those on the national level. In the case of October 4th, which just happened a couple hours ago, the test is postponed due to widespread severe weather or other significant events. The backup test would be October 11th, but that didn't happen. So the whole reason why there was a second date for it was due to weather complications, and there were no weather complications. So whatever was planned to happen today at 2:20, some of you may have gotten it a couple minutes early. Some of you may have gotten it on time. Some of you may have received the alert after. Either way, things went as planned today, so we will not have to worry about a backup date being utilized. The WEA portion of the test will be initiated using FEMA's Integrated Public Alert and Warning Systems, which is IPAWS, which is IPAWS, a centralized internet-based system administered by FEMA that enables authorities to send authenticated emergency messages to the public through multiple communication networks. The WEA test will be administered via a code sent to all cell phones. So, did anybody turn into a zombie today? This year, the EAS message will be disseminated on a common alerting protocol, which is called CAP. C-A-P. CAP. Zombies, CAP. C-A-P. Common Alerting Protocol. Messages via the Integrated Public Alert Warning System. Open Platform for Emergency Network, which is IPAWS and Open. All wireless phones should receive the message only once. The following can be expected from the nationwide WEA tests. Beginning approximately 2:20 p.m. Eastern Time Zone, cell towers will broadcast a test for approximately 30 minutes. During this time, the WEA-compatible wireless phones that are stitched or switched on within range of an active cell tower and in a geographical area where the wireless provider participates in a WEA should be capable of receiving the test message. For consumers, the message that appears on their cell phones will read, "This is a test of the National Wireless Emergency Alert System. No action is needed." Phones with the main menu set to Spanish will display, "Estas es unas prueba del Salamanana Nacional de Alerte de Emergency." I just killed the emergency. I just killed the Spanish version of that. Similar to when your phone receives an Amber Alert. The WEA alert tone is generally only played when the alert is initially received by the phone, and on some devices stop as soon as the user clicks a button. I noticed when I cleared it away, it kept coming back. My wife's went away immediately. Mine kept coming back several times. I'm like, bro, I can't get rid of it. I was like, what in the heck? So, if a phone is off before the test is sent and not turned back on until after the WEA test expires, approximately 30 minutes, the phone should not get the test message. Now, this is according to FEMA. It's right here on their website. You guys want to go to FEMA's website and check out exactly what we're covering right now. I'm going to put a link down below in the chat. There it is. There's the link. That's the FEMA. That's exactly what we're covering right now. WEA alerts are created and sent by authorized federal, state, and local, tribal, and territorial government agencies through IPAWS to participating wireless providers, which deliver the alerts to compatible handsets in a targeted areas to help ensure that these alerts are accessible to the entire public, including people with disabilities. The alerts are accompanied by a unique tone and vibration, and we'll get into the tone and vibration and what frequency these tones are set up here in a minute. Important information about the EAS test. The EAS portion of the test is scheduled to last approximately 1 minute and will be conducted with a participation of radio and television broadcasters, cable systems, satellite radios, televisions providers, and wireline video providers, including Starlink. The test message will be similar to the regular monthly EAS test message, which the public is familiar. It will state, "This is a nationwide test of the emergency alert system issued by the Federal Emergency Management Agency covering the United States from 1420 to 1450 ET. This is only a test. No action is required by the public." FEMA has a small clause at the bottom. It says, "Note to broadcast outlets. Please do not include the tones of attention signals in broadcast TV or radio coverage about the National Emergency Alert Test being conducted on October 4th, 2023. Doing so could result in a violation of a federal regulation, which prohibits the use of emergency alert system codes, which are audible tones, or the EAS and WEA attention signals, or simulations of them, except in the actual emergency. Authorized tests of the EAS or authorized public service announcements are specifically for their use and their use only." So you guys understand that, right? They're the only ones allowed to use those tones in that manner. Period, point blank. Was I allowed to put that out there on the intro on this stream? Probably not. Will YouTube flag it and call me a deals and copyright my deals and shut my deals down? Maybe so. Maybe so. Guys, if you're just not tuning in, do me a favor, hit that like button, share the stream. Now, some of these alerts are, very important for us to get because there are things such as Amber alerts that go out. There are serious weather anomalies and events that take place. And it's important that we get these, and it's important that each device gets them. There's a lot of conspiracy theories going out and about right now about frequencies, about what was implemented during the alert with the frequencies, and how the frequencies affect the human body, how the frequencies affect things as pacemakers, how the frequencies affect things as your devices at whole. There have been reports stating that some devices are broken. Some people's ham radios, And I have portable ham radios sitting right here. Testing, 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 5, 4, that we're on, that are on now, but we're off. Now, I was tuned into a live earlier, and they're shut off during the test. So, and yes, you have to have a license to operate a ham radio. So, and this is all, for entertainment purposes, guys. This is be classified as satire, and I am not an expert, nor do I endorse anything that I say here. Is that a thing? Do we endorse anything? This message, I endorse. Either way. I know a lot of people were super nervous about today. I want to know what did you guys do? What were you doing during the test? And what did you do with your phones? What did you guys do at your house? Did you shut your breaker off? Did you turn all your devices off? Did you guys block some of these signals from coming in? I have my phone on mute. Yeah, mine was on vibrate. I had mine on vibrate, and it still came through audible. Why did you have yours on mute? I forgot to turn my phone off. I was planning on it, but mine came in so much earlier. Wheelman says he wasn't scared. Why weren't you scared? Were you informed? And where did you get your information from? I want to know where you guys got it from. What's your source? What's your source of research? I want to know why everybody was up in arms and super nervous about today's national alert. The test. What do you think could have possibly happened from this test? Do you guys feel that the test was something sinister? Do you feel that the test was just a routine test that people have blown up out of proportion? Could the test have been super, non-evasive, just a normal regular test that we've all been used to going through? Yeah, it's very important that, we all are prepared for emergencies in any case, though. To have a bug out bag. And there are websites that you can go on to. And it's funny that I speak about bug out bags because the bug out bag thing has been broadcasted over states like New York, California, which are coastal areas to begin with. But it's kind of funny, and I say it with, lighthearted here, but it's kind of funny that New York and Cali have been airing segments on their TV routinely about bug out bags and what to do in the event of. So I guess it's very important to get a plan, have a plan with your family members, and even practice as in a, mock run in the event of. So if something were to take place, it's better to be, it's better to be prepared than not be. I know in my case, our family, our household has talked about things to do with tornadoes. First thing you do is you either one or two go into two different places, depending on where you're at in the house. The majority of folks can go in their basement. But if you don't have a basement, a good place to go is a center room and bathtubs. Bathtubs will be your lifesaver because the bathtub has a strong structure that you can get down in that would save from, it'd save you from damage on a collapse. So in the event of a nuclear bomb, let's say if it was nuclear, if we're having a nuclear, if being attacked nuclear, I don't know, depending on how close you are to the epicenter of that actual thing, what could you really do? And I mean, if you're far enough away from it where you don't feel the blast, then you got to worry about a 2-week period of fallout. You got a 14-day period where you can't come outside. So what does that mean? You need at least 14 days of food. You're going to need 14 days of food and water, both, because you won't be able to go outside because of the fallout. And once the fallout resides, there's a time period of when the nuclear fallout is still radioactive and super harmful. And even after 14 days, you're going to still have to, take precautions with the radiation. Now that's on lines of radiation. EMPs. Now there are Faraday cages and bags and a variety of different types of contraptions that will save your devices in the event of an EMP. So I think if an EMP happened, though, even if you were to save your devices throughout the EMP, the only people you're going to connect with are those who either prepared for it as well or others who have prepared for it as well. So, like, you're going to have a very limited scope of communication. It's not going to be like everybody was ready in an event of an EMP. They're going to have some that will. Some people keep a ham radio already in a Faraday cage, wrapped up and tucked away with a charged battery inside, with the charger inside, with all the contraptions inside the Faraday cage. And they have it, and they keep it on. They keep it locked up and tucked away for the event in case. And those are some of your doomsday preppers. And I believe those doomsday preppers in the near future are going to be, their time's coming. Their time's coming. If you noticed yesterday, I came across a video showing that the presidential plane was in the air and went offline after a refueling, which would indicate that it was heading for a bunker. I don't know if some of you came across that video, but there was a live video that came out yesterday showing that the air traffic control monitor showed that the presidential plane was up in the air over Virginia, refueled over Pennsylvania or somewhere in the Midwest, and then went offline, which would indicate, and maybe they weren't headed to a bunker or not. I mean, who knows where they were going? Maybe they were going to a local McDonald's or something to get those 1-cent burgers. Let me catch up in the chat here. A lot of areas of the have aired stuff about bug out bags. Yes, a lot of areas have aired things about bug out bags. And it's super important that you get with your community members. Get with people around you, like-minded folks. Speak. Get in communities. You guys all have TikTok. Everybody's got YouTube. Everybody's got a phone in their hand. Reach out to others who are talking about things that are like-minded, that are like this. Speak with people about it. Ask questions. Talk about it. Prepare for it. Because at the end of the day, it's better to be, prepared. It's better. How's the saying go? It's better to be sorry. You don't want to be sorry. So it's better to be prepared. And there's nothing better than coming up with a plan that in case the event would take place, you got the upper hand. You can be systematic. You'll be comfortable. And it'll help with the anxiety since we have enough of that permeating through society as is. Anxiety is prevalent everywhere right now. And it's at the utmost high. It's super awful. Super awful. So let's recap. Today, October 4th, FEMA put out a huge alert, a national broadcast alert, reaching everybody's phones, everybody's devices, from TVs to computers to pagers even. Pagers received that alert today. It was a broadcast alert that was planned to last 30 minutes, mine of which only was like 30 seconds long. I was able to clear it off my phone. I was sitting there holding my phone when it happened. And if you've been online over the last couple weeks, then you already know how much crap has been talked about this October 4th date. We're a couple hours past now. I'm still here. My wife's still here. She hasn't turned into a zombie yet, and she's had the in. So my eyes have been focused on her for like 2 hours. I'm just waiting on her to turn. I'm like, kids, this is your mom. Waiting. I'll chokehold. Lock her up. You guys all seen Walking Dead? It would be so bad. That'd be so awful. Maybe next year. My alert said, as your president, I have suspended all constitutional rights. Federal agents will be going to door, obey or else. Imagine if your alert said that. My alert didn't say that. I took a screenshot of the alert. In fact, I took a screenshot of the alert. I wasn't messing around. I took a screenshot of the alert. And on my alert, my alert came at 2:18 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. It says, this is a test of the National Wireless Emergency Alert System. The purpose is to maintain and improve alerts and warning capabilities at the federal, state, and local and tribal and territorial levels, and to evaluate the nation's public alert and warning capabilities. No action is required by the public. That's what mine said. According to FEMA's website, it says there's also nothing nefarious about the routine test FEMA and the Federal Communications Commissions are conducting on Wednesday, which was today. Such tests have been happening with regularity for years now, without any reports adverse health effects from the system, signals, and frequencies. The actual nanoparticle, no. Yeah, my nanoparticles that I've consumed through breathing our airs and all of our garbage food that we consume, my nanoparticles are still having trouble self-assembling right now. I don't know how many of you out there that can feel the nanoparticles in their body right now self-assembling, but mine are running into roadblocks. My past eating habits and my past life choices have created systematic roadblocks for their nanoparticles to self-assemble in a productive procedure. So they're running into all kinds of roadblocks. I go through metal detoxifications, pineal gland decalcifications, grounding techniques, frequency therapy with good frequencies, because we know that we're being bombarded on all fronts. And if you didn't know that, well, open your eyes, because the information is out there and it's free. You guys know that researching is free. We all can research. And I want to give you a hint about research. If you're researching something and you're asking a search engine, which is super popular, that search engine, do you realize, is compromised? That search engine is compromised in a way that it is controlled by its stakeholders. Someone is making money from it. Like Google. Google controls that search engine. And there are folks who own that company. Stakeholders that get paid, etc., etc., etc. So when you're researching something, you should have several search engines. Use whatever. If personally, I use a couple different AI platforms with a couple different search engines. So if I research something, I'm gonna hit Google, I'm gonna hit DuckDuckGo, I'm gonna hit ChatGPT, I'm gonna hit Replica, I'm gonna hit a couple different things all at once if I'm researching something. And that's just for an example. But there's many more. So without being subjective and trying to lead you guys into responses, I'm just giving a little bit of self examples of what I do when looking something up. I'll ask the same question, copy and paste it in several different locations to see the different responses that we get. I mean, you almost got to. We live in a time of information where so much of it is coming out. No one knows what to believe. You have a huge portion of the population that is suffering from cognitive dissonance at a rate that is alarming. The cognitive dissonance is so bad. And the more older they are, the more cognitive dissonance they get. The boomers are having the biggest problem with it right now. And Gen X, you guys are on point because you've lived through a time when there wasn't technology and a time when you've lived through the beginning of the internet age. You lived before that and then. So the Gen X people are going to be the most on point with the Great Awakening, so to speak. The word, the Great, what they call it, the Great Awakening. Now, the ones before that were already set and indoctrinated in such a way that it's almost impossible to reverse, but nothing's impossible. Small bits, and small bits. I mean, you guys are here right now. Not by choice, by choice, but everything happens for a reason. All right, so let's move forward. Speaking of tonight's weekly tunable update coming tomorrow, starting October 4th through the 11th, the Scarlet Vintage Devil Mask. Keep your eyes open for more special rewards, blah, 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 blah. Can I get some artwork on that? Looks like Rockstar is preparing for the October festive update as well. So that's interesting. I see a patch went out. Rockstar is now utilizing ToxMod, AI-powered voice chat moderation tool to detect toxic speech on the PC. Doesn't affect the console. Halloween hints. The Frontier in Red Dead. I thought Red Dead RDR2 was... I thought they stopped getting updates. That's interesting. Patch notes that just went out. October 3rd. This was yesterday's patch notes. Added capacity for voice chat regarding potential renewal moderation. General fixes for stability and security. Game stability and performance. Fix issues that could result in a crash when submitting player reports or information being dropped in certain cases. They also fixed issues where PC text would not appear in other sessions and lobbies. Blah, 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 blah. I'm looking right now. Does it show anything about... No one's got update information out already? That's interesting because usually Wednesday, everybody's prepared. Everybody's usually prepared. We know currently, right now, you can get the penumbra FF on the podium wheel. Today's your last chance to log in on GTA Online to unlock the Alpine hats and the Red Happy Moon tee. If you haven't got that, that's for the Oktoberfest stuff. You got the Oktoberfest hats, as well as the Red Happy Moon festive tee. Let me catch up in the chat. Messi said so. Messi said so. Says, I know. Okay, that's to Mike. Hey, Gigi, I got an interesting message during my play last night. During kicking the crap out of 3 players. Said we were monitoring your gameplay because you may be cheating. Yeah, no. That's not interesting. We've been getting that same message for decades. That's nothing new. It happens every so often. And that comes from someone either sending out a kick, when someone goes to kick you from your name because they're being mad at you or reporting you. That comes from a report or a kick, some sort of in-game report. I would not worry about it whatsoever. I've literally gotten 5,000 of those in all my accounts for years on end. Literally. Ask the chat. What up, Almighty Black Adam? How are we doing? Are we getting a new car tonight? I think so. I think so, because we're moving very close to the Halloween update. If they're saving it for the Halloween update, then obviously tonight we're not getting a brand new car. So let me see if I can find any more information on tonight's update. Starting tomorrow to log in. Yeah, Tez, according to Tez Fund 2, I see nothing on Tez Fund. It's quiet on his side. A new, okay. October 5th, available through October 11th. I found it right here. Here it is. Weekly tunable update that's coming tonight. Log in to receive the Scarlet Vintage Devil Mask. Wearing the mask also unlocks a unique quick play action called Mask Audio. So tonight, you're going to get a brand new mask. It's called the Scarlet Vintage Devil Mask. And remember, when you equip this mask, there's audio, just like the pumpkin. It would go, remember that? So that comes tonight. We're also getting 3 times cash in RP on Judgment Day. Ooh. Bro, GTA is right in hand working with the deals. You can't tell me it's not. Starting tonight, we get 3 times cash in RP on the mission called Judgment Day. Halloween mode. Rockstar dishing out 2 times cash in RP on Alien Survivals and Condemned Slashers and Slasher, plus Lost versus Damned, the Halloween Bunker series, and Special Cargo Cell missions. Discounts for this coming up week are going to be the Special Cargo Warehouses, RC Bandito including modifications and upgrades, the Debauchee Massacro, the Pegasi Infernus Classic, the Reaper, the Torero Exo, and the Zerusu. 20% discount on the Matsubishi Monstrosity. The free vehicle will be on the podium vehicle tonight. The Greenwood, the Bravado Greenwood. LS Car Meet prize ride will be the Fister Neon. Placed top 2 in the LS Car Meet series for 3 days in a row. Premium races and weekly trials. Premium race will be a sign of things to come. Very odd that they say that. Time trial will be at the Galileo Park. HSW time trial will be located at the East Vinewood to Vespucci Beach. Test rides. Premium Deluxe Motorsports. The Pegasi Inverness Classic. The Pegasi Monroe. The Pegasi Oppressor. The Pegasi Reaper. And the Pegasi Torero Exo. Luxury autos. You're going to find that Vaca and the Zerusu. All of them Pegasis. The Pegasi Vaca. The Pegasi Zeruso. Test track will have the Albany Alpha and the Debauchee Massacro. And the Matsubishi Penumbra. The premium test ride will be the Princip Devis the 8. Here is artwork for the mask. You're going to be getting this tonight. So that pretty much wraps up tonight's update. Cool thing is we get a new, and I'm going to put the link to this entire report here on tonight's update in the chat so you guys can take it down below. But that's to a GTA channel on Twitter known as the GTA Series Videos. Check them out, follow them. They seem to be up to par with inside information when it comes to the updates, etc., etc. GTA Series is a channel on Twitter. Follow him. He's working on 201,000 followers. The link to their channel is in the chat as we speak. So let's recap. Let's recap. Emergency alert system test hits phones, radios, TVs today, guys. We've been talking about the EAS, the emergency alert system. Wednesday, October 4th at 2:20 p.m. today. Mine came at 2:18. I was holding my cell phone when the alert came through. This is a coordinated effort between the Federal Emergency Management Aid, aka FEMA, and the FCC, which is the Federal Communications Commission, going over what you guys were doing when the alert came through. How do you feel about the alert? What did you think was going to happen with the alert? And where did you get your information from? Let us know down below, and be aware that YouTube is listening to what we're saying. So we're definitely broadcasting under an entertainment purposes only, a satire purpose. Also, we went over some of the update information that will be coming later on today. My console is sitting on. I had an update a little bit ago before I launched the stream. Some people's devices, some people are reporting that their devices are not working correctly right now. Look out behind me. Look out behind you, Gigi. She's changed and got dinner to serve you. Who's changed? Oh, yeah, that's super funny. Ah. Let me refresh everything here on the desktop. We're supposed to be transitioning smoothly into the gaming segment, acknowledging the needs for both serious discussion and moments of entertainment. Gaming segment is optional. Transition to the gaming portion of the stream, ensuring viewers understand the change in focus. Continue to monitor the live chat for any additional comments or questions related to the EAS event. Enjoy some GTA action while providing commentary and engaging with the gaming community. Remember to maintain a balance between the serious discussion and gaming segments to accommodate various viewers' interests and create engaging, informative, and supportive stream experience. That's my wrap up. That's my wrap up. That's my authentic wrap up. So we're going to move into a more live setting. Everything else up to this point was ran off of an itinerary / prompter / report that I had put together previous to going live. So now we're moving off that, going into a more of a live segment. So those of you over there on Twitch, appreciate your support. Let me go over to Twitch. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to put a link down below in the chat for you guys over there on Twitch. Appreciate the follows. Check us out. Oh, you guys can't see nothing that I'm doing, huh? Testing, 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 testing. Emergency broadcast test. This is the National Emergency Broadcast Test. This is a test. There is no action needed. Over. Presidential alert. Some folks said that they got a presidential alert. Today, wow, there's buzz about Russian warplanes. What? Navy destroyer USS Donald Cook scaring the shit out of crew with their planes. Stunning video as Russian jets buzz the U.S. ship. Wow. Come within 75 feet of the crew on the USS destroyer, the USS Donald Cook, which is a Navy destroyer. Holy smoke. If you want to show force, usually it's not at 75 feet. That is definitely downright tiptoeing on the lines of engaging in a war kind of thing. You know what I mean? That's not good. Anybody ever hear about that today? This is a breaking news from CNN. Reporter Richard Muzazi, Russia-Ukraine war. This happened a few minutes ago. Says that the fighter jet buzzes U.S. ship in the Baltic Sea. If Ukrainian military can give Russia a good beat up and bloody nose, why is Russia poking at the U.S.? According to this post, the Russian jet buzzes over the U.S. Navy destroyer USS Donald Cook, scaring the shit out of the crew. The pilot these planes barely hit. I mean, they're at 75 feet. That's super close to the destroyer. Like if you're on the side of the USS destroyer or the USS Donald Cook, a destroyer, and if Russian planes were to fly by you 75 feet away at speeds of Mach, that's going to feel like it smacked you. That's kind of crazy. Repost. I mean, I understand exercising discipline, but wow. All right, so update will be here later on tonight. So for those of you just now tuning in, this is update night, October 4th, 2023. The update will be in effect from the 5th until the 11th, technically the 12th, but because it's going to take the 12th before we get the next update. We are tiptoeing near the Halloween festive update. Will they release the final cars left in the San Andreas Mercenaries DLC? I don't know. Are there a couple cars left in the San Andreas Mercenaries DLC with not being released? Yes, there are a couple cars. Are they holding them until the Halloween update? I think so. I feel like they're holding the last car or the last two cars hostage until then. We may get a brand new car tonight, but I'm not real sure. I'm not real sure if that's the case. And before we get into the game, what do you guys think about the Speaker of the House? Yesterday's Speaker of the House being removed from, what's his name? McCarthy. Bro, do we have a speaker today? Who's the speaker today? In U.S. history, has there ever been? That's precedent, bro. That is absolute precedent. Very, very, very important. I know a lot of you guys don't pay attention to that type of shit and don't care, but it is very, very important. In the history of the United States, hundreds of years of being around, we have not been without a House Speaker. Riddle me this. Penny has 5 children. The first is named January. The second kid is named February. Her third is called March. Fourth is April. What is the name of the fifth? according to a breaking news alert that just went out on NBC News, Joe Biden met with Putin in Switzerland at a villa in Geneva. Wow. Wow. The Geneva Summit. I think they're all in the same boat, man. I'll be honest with you. They went to visit CERN. Doesn't surprise me. And I believe that they're all in the same damn boat. I believe they're playing both sides. There's no outlet. You know what I mean? Folks are like, oh, I believe in the right. I believe in the left. I believe in this and I believe in that. Doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter. People are like, oh, I'm Christian. Oh, I'm Islam. Oh, I'm fucking this. I'm Catholic that. Doesn't matter. It's all under one guise. It's all, every last bit of it, it's under one. It doesn't matter if you believe in that. That one isn't any better than that one. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're on the right or it doesn't matter because at the end point, there's one person back here doing this. And you already know who that is. You already know who that is. There's not going to be an out in the form of something that you can learn. It's not going to be possible. It's not possible. They're not going to allow the out, the way out. They're not going to allow that way out to be learned naturally, to be learned easily, to be learned publicly. It's not going to be allowed. So that lets you know right there, all sides, all fronts are controlled by one entity at the tip top, at the very tip top. So, according to this post here, the emergency broadcast system that went today says this is not a test. This is the emergency broadcast system announcing that the commencement of the annual purge enclosed by the U.S. government, sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of class 4, weapons of class 4 and lower have been authorized for the use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing the siren and then the Oh, I can't read it that fast. Commencing at the siren and commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. The fucking purge. That's the same shit. May God be with you. It's hilarious. What a creep, bro. Biden pressed on. Did you guys watch that today? Dude, can I get this pulled up on the screen? Can you guys see this? Biden was pressed on the U.S. aid to Ukraine, and he walks out on press. It's above his pay grade, he said. Wow. Holy moly. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Appreciate you guys' channel support. You guys are super awesome. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for hanging out with me during our little talk that we just had. Once again, I want to go over the fact that this is for entertainment purposes only, a satire segment. I'm not an expert of any of the crap that we went over tonight. So, I'm debating on whether to keep the stream up and just move into the gaming aspect of it or shut it down and come back. What time is it? It's 6:33? He's a mad mumbler. I completely agree. Ozzy says, Biden the mad mumbler. Relaunch. Relaunch, relaunch, relaunch. I agree. Relaunch. Let's relaunch. Let's relaunch. I'll be back after a bit. Thank you guys for your support. We'll see you in the next one.